Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to uncover the scammiest scammers in the entirety of the internet. It's going to be the world's dumbest scammer uncovered. That's right, isn't it, Francis? We are going to uncover your entire operation and just how stupid he can possibly be. So, the man on the left, if you can call him a man, is called Francis or David or Wisdom. One of those, or all three of them, who knows. The absolute stunner on the right there happens to be his sister, or girlfriend, or sister girlfriend, or sister wife, who knows. So one day Francis was he's hanging about his hometown in Lagos in Nigeria, and he thought to himself, hang on a second, I don't want this girlfriend anymore. Let's push her away. Let's get rid of her. Get rid of her. Yep, that's right. He got rid of her and thought to himself, what did he think to himself? He thought, hang on a second, I want another girlfriend. I need another girlfriend. I need to find myself another girlfriend because that other one, she just wasn't it for me. I need another one. Who can I possibly find? I'm going to go to the UK or around the world just to find the perfect woman for me. I'm going to call her my wife and have done with it, right? Whether they like it or not. So he did, in fact, do that. He went to TikTok, right? And he met up with some people. He had conversations with people. And he found what he thought was the absolute perfect of the perfect. Now, for the purposes of this video, we're going to call this woman Rachel, right? So he found a lady called Rachel who he thought was going to be like the best, right? It's going to be his new wife. And he was not afraid to say it. He said many times over, Rachel, you're going to be my wife. Rachel, I'm going to call you my wife now. We be my wife. I want to be your husband. I love you, Rachel, right? I love you. I out and out love you. And you, whether you like it or not, you are going to be my wife, right? You don't have any say in the matter. That was actually the things that he was coming out with, which to most people would think, yeah, that's a little bit crazy, right? You know, this person, Rachel, doesn't have any actual interest in him, but he still pursued her no matter what. No matter how many times he got rejected, he was on it and on it and on it. You're going to be my wife. After that first interaction with Rachel, he messaged her straight away and said, hello, love, my love, are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Hi, I'm Wisdom from Nigeria. I know that you know the person you're chatting with, my love, with heart emojis. Yes, my love, I'm in your live before your friend ended the live. I'm the one who commented that I love you and I want to marry you. He indeed did. It was insane. You should have seen it. You said that you're single, right, honey? Or am I wrong? Oh, okay, my love, that's good to know, to be with you and also to chat with you. My love, this one, you're not replying to my messages. If I'm disturbing you, just let me know, because I don't like that someone that I love so much to snob my message. It's hate, honey. It's hate. What? Snob? I think he means snub, but he says snob because maybe it's a snob. But the fact that he says that he loves her so much, literally just met her on TikTok live, right? That is it, right? Yes, honey, we are chatting now, so we both are going to know each other, okay? Don't be afraid, I'm with you, my love. Then he goes on to say, my mom is here saying hi. Why? They literally just, well, interacted briefly on TikTok. That was it. And all of a sudden his mom is there and she is all so happy about the situation. And also my sister's there too. And my little brother. Oh, my mom said that you look so beautiful and wish his son can marry a beautiful angel like you. That's lovely. Got his mother's approval already, straight away. And then he was a bit spammy and he said, "Are you busy, my love? Let me know. Are you on WhatsApp, honey? Are you there? Are you there? Are you there? My love, are you there? Are you there? Are you there?" And he went on and on and on, all right? Apparently he's 25 this month. So it's almost his birthday. "How old are you?" He asks back to Rachel. "Okay, my love, nice age." She was 24 or something like that, right? "That means I have found a wife to marry." Oh, you lucky, lucky girl, you, Rachel. But Rachel does say, "I don't know you." Can't marry someone you don't know. Indeed you can't, Rachel. Indeed you shouldn't do anyway, right? But Francis David Wisdom person seems to think you can. But, you know, what do I know, innit? And all that was after meeting him. Well, not even meeting him, just interacting briefly on TikTok, right? He then goes on to get a little bit creepier, right? He says, "You have not answered my question yet. What did you like in someone and also dislike in someone too?" He also said, "Good morning, how are you doing? I know that you sleep well last night. And also dream about me too." Wow. I mean, yep. That, if nothing else, that is like the creepiest statement I think I've heard so far from a romance scammer. Right? Apparently Rachel dreamt about him, allegedly. And then there was a lot of love bombing, and this one, "You're snubbing me. I hope there is no problem." Rachel wasn't the best communicator, it seems, right? But Francis Wisdom David, right? He came onto TikTok a few times and he left a few messages for Rachel. "Wow, I love that tattoo on your body. It makes you look so beautiful, dear. My love, my love, my love, oh, my love. I wish I could find a wife over there." Oh, yes. He is not creepy whatsoever. "I have already found a wife. Maybe it is you, my love. Who's a lucky girl?" Rachel, I'm sure of it, right? So, what I did, right, because I was getting a little bit annoyed. I'm not going to lie. I was like, well, this guy is clearly... He's harassing Rachel, right? Rachel's a very nice person, and this person is from Nigeria, doesn't know her, and is absolutely love bombing her, and she doesn't know who he is, right? It's very creepy. So I thought I'd get on to him, and I sent him a few messages on WhatsApp. Yes, I did pretend to be somebody I wasn't. Yeah, I didn't want to reveal my identity straight away, you know. But yeah, this is what he had to say. First up, he was very keen to see my pictures. I don't know why, but I just said, "I just wanted to ask if you truly like that girl you was talking to on TikTok." I then said, "What do you love about her?" And he replied, "If I don't like Rachel, will not be calling her my wife. It's because I love her so much. That's why I used to call her my wife, because I want to marry her." Because he didn't just say that he loved her. He didn't just say that he wanted to marry her. He actually called her his wife, right? And he said, "The first time I met her on live in TikTok, I know that I have followed my wife-to-be." Oh, it's love at first sight. I'm certain of that, isn't it, Francis? Yes, you lover boy, you, isn't it? "But she told you she's not interested." I said, "She is so cool, and I love how she used to behave, and she is a lovely person indeed." Oh, yes, so lovely. "I know that's what she said, but I will love her so much." So it doesn't matter that, you know, she's not interested. He will love her, irrespective. Then he appeals to my better nature and says, "Will you help me? Will you help me talk to her?" So I said, "Okay, so if you love her so much, then you will leave her alone. She has told you she's not interested." And he said, "No, dear, I don't think so." Of course, no, absolutely not. Doesn't matter what she wants at all. If you have is what her WhatsApp number. Can you please help me with it? Please, I want to speak with her. Why the hell would I give a random Nigerian who is clearly trying to get something that he doesn't need, right? And trying to harass somebody. Why would I help him get a hold of her, right? Honestly. So I said, she doesn't want to speak with you. She has told you that, God for damn it. Francis, God damn it. And then I sent him a pic of me. This is me. It's not me. Spoiler alert. It's definitely not me. I just want you to leave Rachel alone. It's not nice to harass women, right? Because I'm very against people harassing women. Or harassing anybody, for that matter. But, you know, you got to stand up for what's right. And Francis clearly doesn't understand this. He replied, "I'll not harass her, dear. Just that I'm telling her how I feel for her. Yeah, for the first 16,000 times maybe. But not after that, alright? And she is not saying that I'm harassing her. So why did you say so? Because some people are just too nice or don't quite want to upset you, maybe. I don't know, right? I replied, she doesn't want to know. You have gone on TikTok every day to talk to her. That is harassment. And he didn't like that, obviously, right? I'm telling you to leave the girl alone. And he wasn't having it. This once, you're sounding like as if you... If I leave, do you want me to come to you, dear? So he's asking now, if he leaves her alone, will I be open for him to come to me instead? Because I'm portraying myself as a girl at this stage, right? So, okay, you want me to come to you? I said, for which purpose? He said, I just asked a question. If I leave Rachel now, do you want me to come to you? I said, yeah, sure. Why not? Why did you want me to leave Rachel and come to you, dear? Answer me. I said, because she doesn't want you. Okay, do you want me? I said, yes. And that's where that conversation ended at the time, right? But thinking I may have got through to him, I was sorely mistaken, because he went straight back onto TikTok and started spouting his shit about how he's gonna marry Rachel and he wants Rachel for himself and Rachel his bride to be, and they are already wives and husbands and all this shit, right? It was terrible. It was non-stop. It was incessant. He would not leave her alone. This was actual harassment. It wasn't just simply a guy liking a girl, all right? It was harassment, purely and simply, and he would not stop. So I went back and messaged him again, but this time I was a bit more forceful. I said, leave Rachel alone. I'm warning you. Yes, I understand. I get it. It's very cringy what I said, right? I'm warning you. He said, who are you? I said, Rachel's friend. He said, can I see your pics? I said, you don't need to see my pics, but you do need to leave her alone.
I did not think I'm going to do so because I have already fell in love with.
So I got a little bit angry and I said, F off out of her life. But he replied this.
Fuck off, bitch. Fuck off. Nonsense.
I said to him, girls do not like to be harassed. And he said, if you try to tell me that again, I'm going to report you to the FBI. I swear. Oh yes, I am so scared, honestly. It almost freaked me out to the point where I couldn't sleep any longer. You know, the threat of the FBI knocking on my door. Wow, fuck, you know. I said, if I tell you to leave her alone, you'll report me to the FBI. Is that what you're saying, is it? I swear. You're not going to like it if I call the FBI for you. Oh, I definitely wouldn't. So, be warned, that's what he says. So, be warned, okay? And I said, you're the one that's harassing her, though. Then he replied, I'm not going to warn you again. Step out from my face and also leave Rachel alone. Do you understand? Oh, he's turned the tables now. He's getting me to leave Rachel alone. It's him that's harassing her, though. Sorry. Then I finished it off by saying, you're from Nigeria, you're harassing her every day, you're saying she's yours and you won't leave her alone. Do you see the problem? And he didn't reply. He didn't quite know what to answer to that. So we left it there. You know, I thought we had a good conversation. Francis and I, you know, we're getting to know each other and everything in ways that only he could ever imagine. But then, to my dismay, he didn't take a single bloody word in, right? And he went back onto TikTok and started harassing Rachel once again. And he was... It was just incessant, right? I love you, I want you, I'm going to be with you, you're mine, mine is yours, yours is mine, you are my wife, love bombing him, hearts, emoji, it was all sorts going on, right? It was insane, right? And he just would not give up, would not say no for take no for an answer, and he just wouldn't leave her alone at all. Francis, otherwise known as Wisdom or David or Wisdom David or whatever he wanted to be called, he said, I'm at my house. You look so beautiful, I swear. Can I use your pics to do screensavers on my phone? He actually wanted to use Rachel's pictures on his phone. A random Nigerian bloke wanted to have her her pictures on her phone. Terrifying, if I may say so myself. Rachel, to her credit, said, no, absolutely not. Delete them now. And that could not be clearer, right? Those are absolute words and absolutely telling him what he needed to do. Francis, please delete both of the pics of my face. I do not want you having them, and you do not have my permission to use them as your screensaver. Don't. Alright, she definitely, those words, you can see she is passionate. She does not want her face on some random Nigerian bloke's screensaver or even on his phone at all. But Francis seemed to think that this was like a promise from him that he was going to be her betrothed, you know. He said, so can you accept my proposal now? Please, Rachel, I'm not harmful, so don't be afraid of anything, okay? Rachel responded and said, prove you have deleted the pictures first, then I will speak to you. Screenshot your camera roll and show me that you've deleted them. She definitely didn't want this guy having her pictures. So he sent a screenshot of something. It wasn't his camera roll. It was to try and prove that he didn't have her pictures. He said, that's it, so you can have a trust in me now, so have you believe in me now, Rachel. And Rachel replied, no, because that's not your camera roll, you fucking moron. She didn't actually say that, but you know, I'm sure she was thinking that exact thing. Show me your camera roll now, please. Which he never did, but then it took a turn for the worse, if it could get any much worse. He actually created an edit with his face and Rachel's face and did like a love heart thing and stuck it all over TikTok, which was lovely, wasn't it, for all his followers to see, and people thinking that Rachel was in love with Francis, which obviously wasn't true. Beautiful, Francis, beautiful. All right, then he put up this story and says, I have two favourite people in my life. Rachel is the love of my life, and also she is the only soul my hearts beat for. And then it got even worse. He put up a picture of Rachel on his actual story for people to see. He said, my world, my wife, the most beautiful lady I ever met. I love you so much. This is getting really creepy, like seriously creepy. This is like stalking behaviour downright out and out, right? And then it got even worse, if you can even imagine that, right? He put up a picture or a story of Rachel's picture in a photo frame hanging up on his wall. He put a picture of her in a photo frame up on his wall. That in itself is absolutely out and out creepiness, right? So he went on the TikTok live again and had another conversation, and he explained all about this picture.
Yeah, I still have the picture with me. Any problem? I almost make the frame more than three copies. The frame is inside my house, and also is the other one is in my parlor. Do you understand?
No, Francis, we did not understand. In fact, nobody on that live actually understood exactly. They did not believe that you could possibly have a random person off the internet picture in a photo frame hanging on your wall. That is just weird, right? Everybody unanimously agreed that it was weird. We needed further evidence that this was actually a thing. Surely it wasn't real. But no, absolutely not. He did, in fact, prove that it was real by recording a video of it.
Yeah, Miriam, this is the frame I'm telling you about. Have you seen it? The frame I'm telling you about. So you people should not think I'm a scammer. I'm not a scammer. Do you hear? I'm real. This is the frame, and also this is me. Do you understand? This is me.
Looking good there, Francis. Looking good. You know, if you know, you're looking very sexy there. I've got to say, right, if Rachel turns you down, all right, I'm always here. You know, a bit of man-on-man loving. Yeah? You know you love it, don't you?
This is the frame. Have you seen it? Or do you think I'm lying to you? This is the frame. And also see me. Have you seen it? This is the frame. This is me. Do you understand? So do not think I'm a scammer. I'm not a scammer. Do you think? This is the frame. My love. So have you seen the frame I'm telling you about? This is the frame. So do you think I'm lying to you or something else? See it. This is the frame. Okay? See it. See. This is the frame I'm telling you about.
So as you can see, you went to great lengths there to prove that the frame did in fact exist. It had Rachel's face in it, and it was a real thing. And hang on a second, he's not finished yet, of course.
Yeah, this is the frame. Wait, see it. Or do you think I'm lying to you or something else? This is the frame.
So now that we've established that he's absolutely, definitely not a scammer, he started asking for money, obviously, you know, because that's what every scammer doesn't do, is ask for a bit of cash. He had an upcoming exam, you see, in his hometown of Lagos in Nigeria. Had an exam, he needed to study for it, so he needed a laptop, guys. So don't diss him, he needed a laptop so that he could study and pass his exams, and his exams were coming up very shortly, so he definitely needed this laptop soon. So he was asking for gift cards and such like that. He said to Rachel, "Are you helping me with the card, please?" And Rachel replied, referring to the pictures that he had on his phone, "Can you delete it off your phone?" And he said, "Done. Of course it's done." And then he asked again about the gift card, and Rachel said, "Well, you haven't deleted it, have you?" And he said, "Yes, I've done it. Of course I've done it. Of course I've done. Why wouldn't I do it?" He said, "Fuck, you know, why wouldn't I do it?" And then he asked for a third time, "Are you helping me with the gift card, please?" And Rachel said outright, "I can't afford it. I don't have any money. I'm sorry." right? That should be the end of it. Somebody you don't know off the internet from Nigeria asks you for money. You say no, can't afford it. That should be the end of the story, right? No, it's not. It's not the end of the story. She asks him outright to get rid of the pictures, right? Because it's very important. You don't want any rando from Nigeria having pictures of you on their phone. That's just weird. Or on their wall, you know, in a frame. That's weird. It's all weird. Francis, is weird. Understand, it's weird, all right? Weird. He said, done, honey. And Rachel said, please stop doing it. I'm serious. He said, okay, honey, your wish is my command. She said, thank you. He said, can you get the gift card for me? And Rachel said again, stop begging for money, Francis. You should not be asking strangers for money. Because you shouldn't be. It's weird, right? He said, I'm not begging for money. It's because of my exam. Please understand me. And Rachel replied, yeah, and I've said I can't afford it, but you're still begging me. Take no as an answer. It's not that I don't want to help, but I just can't afford it, right? And then she goes on to say, you can't just post pictures of people without their permission. Have you removed it? He said, I have removed the picture. She said, thank you. And then he went on to say, bye, I think I will not disturb you again in this life. And also, I will not be chatting you again. Bye-bye. Go to the person your heart beats for. I wish you well. Oh dear, oh dear. Cause Rachel bit back and said, can I send you £1 then? You're clearly not a best friend and you clearly didn't love me if you're telling me goodbye just because I won't give you money. A friend would remain a friend even if they couldn't send money. That is obviously very close to the truth, if not the truth, because Francis was willing to run off because, you know, he wasn't getting what he wanted out of it, which was money. I love you, he said, but I think you didn't do so for me. I posted your picture on my status. You started sharing our chat in the group. Is it good? Is it how a friend should do? So basically, he thought that Rachel should be thankful and grateful that he was sharing her picture all over his social media. You know, that should be something you should be aspiring to. But no. That is just creepy. I'm sorry. But then he started being a little bit manipulative. He started posting other things on his status as well. He posted this picture of his leg. His leg. Lovely legs you got there, Francis. Lovely legs. You are very well endowed, I've got to say. Now, this is blood. Or it's red at the very least, right? In my opinion, in my personal, professional opinion, now I looked over this several times. And to me, it did an awful lot resemble paint, okay? I'm not going to lie. It could have been blood. He could have done that. However, the chances of him doing whatever it was he did and then posting it on his stories, you know, it felt like a manipulative tactic. And you'll see in a second exactly why it was definitely manipulative. So Rachel asked him, what have you done to your legs? And Francis replied, I have an accident this night. That's why I didn't come on live this night. I thank God for saving my soul this night. I suppose I'm supposed to be a dead man because I'm looking for a laptop for my examination. So apparently he had an accident because he was out there looking for a laptop which he wasn't given by Rachel because, you know, she didn't give him the money. And she said, what happened? He said, I went to go and ask someone to borrow me his laptop on my way going. I had a mysterious accident. A mysterious accident, eh, Francis? What the hell? You must be unlucky, eh? Had a mysterious... I wish I had a mysterious accident. Oh, you know. It's not just an accident, guys. Not any old accident, but a mysterious accident that only one could never explain. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Apparently, he had this mysterious accident whilst going to try and find a laptop for the exam that he definitely needed to get right for his exam. And the one that Rachel could not provide him. So, in your face, Rachel, in your face, all right? You've seen the blood, the blood, absolutely, you've seen it. And how does that make you feel, the fact that you made him have this accident, eh? You must be ashamed of yourself, Rachel, honestly. So in light of these recent revelations, I went back to speak to Francis. I said, do you actually work, Francis? He said, I work in a hotel in Nigeria. I asked him what the hotel was called because I secretly, I wanted to go and have a look, see at this hotel, see whereabouts he worked. Maybe you can contact them, you never know. He said the name of the hotel is Eco Hotels in Lagos in Nigeria. That's fantastic news. Love that for him. Now, I went to ask him a bunch of other questions. Basically, I wanted to get as much information out of him as possible to see if I could sort of, track him down or find out as much about his life as possible. He asked me, though, what's your job? I didn't answer him. I said, what exam do you have next week? He said, I have an exam next week. I'm in medicine and surgery. Believe it or not, he's doing surgery. Yeah. And I need something very important. I'm feeling so sad that I don't have the thing I am supposed to have for the exam. I asked him, is that thing a laptop? And he replied, yes dear, I need the laptop to transfer all my documents over there. I don't want to fail this exam. Nobody wants to fail their exams, Francis. I understand just how important this exam is to you. You don't have to tell me twice. I asked him, doesn't your job pay you money? He said, it pays, but it's not enough for me to buy the laptop. If only you knew that you needed a laptop before you started the course, could have been an option. Anyway, not for me to judge, isn't it? I asked him, which day is your exam on? He said, next week on Tuesday. So that's good information. I'll remember that to ask him. I said, no friends or family who can help you? He said, I'm finished if I don't get the laptop for my exam. Actually finished. This is a life or death situation. We better try and get him this laptop pronto, right? In answer to the question about friends or family, he said, no, here, I'm the first son of my family. I said to him, what about your sister? What's she called? She said, my sister is fine. Not the question I asked anyway. But then I said, what is her name? And he replied, Cynthia. She's called Cynthia. I asked, does she work? He replied, yes, she works as an apprentice. That doesn't help me much. Where does she work as an apprentice? What as? Francis, what as? So I then said, okay, so if I buy you a laptop, which address shall I send it to? I'm being very charitable here, offering him a way out of his situation. He said, dear, sending it is going to be difficult because my country is far and yours is far too. So dear, if you want to help, let me know. I replied, I understand it's far, but I will be able to contact a local store to get it sent to you because I think I could have been able to do that, right? I was prepared to do this, right? Just to help him out of his little hole that he has going, right? But he replied, here, if you want, I will go to the store so that you can buy them for the laptop. I didn't quite understand what he meant by that, so I asked him to explain what he meant by that. So he replied, I mean, if I buy the laptop, I'm going to call you a video call to confirm. Dear, do you want to help me? So he wants basically for me to send him the money. He'll go to the store, pick it up, and then he'll video call me to show that he's bought it, basically. That's what he said. I replied, which store will you buy the laptop from? And he said, from the laptop store in Nigeria. Bloody hell. I'll go searching for that one, won't I? I'll be there all day. Fucking hell. The laptop store in Nigeria? What, yeah, which one, Francis? Which one? Seriously? So I said, what is the name of the store? He said, why all these questions, dear? Any problem? Or you don't want to help me? Let me know. I said, it is a lot of money, so I'm asking questions first, because that's a normal thing to do. Someone asks you for a lot of money, you want to know all the details, right? And I said, and if you tell me the name of the store, I will buy the laptop for you and you can go and pick it up. I think that's quite a reasonable request, to be honest with you. I'm sure I'll be able to do that, right? I know I've never been to Nigeria, but anyway, I'm sure that must be possible. So he said, dear, if you don't want to help me, just forget about it. I don't like someone that doesn't understand the partner, I think that says. Anyway. I do want to help you. I'm offering my help, he replied. You want to help me. Why are you asking about the store? I want to buy the laptop. It's a threat or what? I said, it's not a threat. I need to know where to buy the laptop from. He said, I think I told you. If I buy the laptop, I'm going to show it to you. Understand what I'm saying to you, Francis? I will buy it, purchase it. You can go and pick it up from the store. They'll have it there for you waiting. Use your head, you know. You're desperate for this laptop, mate. Go and pick it up. I'll get it for you. No worries at all. So I asked, I'm going to buy you the laptop, which is what you need for your exam. He said, yes, so how can I get the laptop? I replied, so I will get it from a local store in Lagos and you go to collect it, or I have it sent to your home address. He replied, here, if you want to help me, let me know. I said, I want to help you, for the love of God. Francis, listen to me. What the hell? You need to tell me which store to buy it from. That is all. Honestly, it's like talking to a bloody brick wall. It's frustrating the fuck out of me, this was at this point, honestly. And then after a little bit, you know, I got a bit bored. So I asked him then about his legs and his accident, right? So I said, Francis, what happened to your legs last night? He said, I had an accident last night. I said, what kind of accident? He said, a motorcycle accident. Any problem? I said, you ride a motorcycle? He said, yeah. Listen to that. A motorcycle, guys. He's desperately begging strangers online for a laptop for this desperate exam that he has, and he has a friggin' motorcycle. Sell the thing. Sell it. Do something with it. Get yourself a laptop. Honestly, what in God's name was that all about? Absolutely insane. Offered him a laptop, he said no, basically. So why is he then complaining that nobody's helping him get the laptop he needs? Then in the midst of all this laptop drama, right, this random Nigerian number messaged Rachel. Random Nigerian, for some reason, got her number and messaged her, right? Hello. Who is this? Replied Rachel. Nice to meet you. I am from the United States of America. Which country do you come from? And where do you live now? Rachel replied, it says it's a Nigerian number. How did you get my number? Yes, dear, my mum is from Nigeria and my dad is from the United States of America. That's why I'm using Nigerian number. Oh, that explains it then. What the hell? These people must think we're thick, isn't it? Do they think that, like, people are thick, or are they actually stupid, right? World's dumbest scammers right here. So shortly after this, Francis's exam came and went without a peep from him, right? He didn't really say anything, just said he passed, basically. If I remember rightly, he said something about it having come from his own brain. Yeah, he did it from his own brain, or something like that, right? It didn't make any sense to me, but it meant that he passed without the need of a laptop. However, right, shortly after that, he started asking for more money. Amazing, right? His laptop, he didn't need that anymore because, you know, he's passed his exam perfectly, right? He's asking for more money. This time, it's for an Apple gift card because his mum is in hospital. So Rachel asked Francis, why do you want an Apple gift card for your mum? And he replied, she is sick. And Rachel replied, rightly, but how would an Apple gift card help your mum? You can only buy Apple products with that. And Francis replied, because I asked you people to help me, that means I turn into a scammer? Because he's getting like, everybody's saying he's scamming everybody. And I mean, you know, he's asking for money left, right and centre for this, that and the other. Apparently hospitals and that accept Apple products. As Rachel says, yeah, but an Apple gift card won't help her. The hospital don't accept gift cards. Can't make this up, can you? Absolutely useless. The worst scammers in the actual world, right? But then it gets even better, right? It gets better. These comments, by the way, 001 never failed. This is Francis, otherwise known as Wisdom or David, right? This is him calling this person a Sawizzy, his wife, his love, his dear, his angel, everything under the sun, suggesting that those two had a little bond, right? Like a relationship, some might say. So, Francis, if you are already married or have a girlfriend, how could you possibly want some random stranger off the internet to marry you in the first place? Now, of course, Rachel called him out about this. She said to him, oh, you already have a lover then. You're a liar, scammer. But Francis, in true scammer style, had a perfectly formed answer for this. He said, that's my sister. I've been telling you people about. Of course, it's your sister, Francis. Rachel came back and said, you don't call your sister your love. That's weird. But Francis, he said, but if you said that I'm a liar, no problem then. Yeah, you just call me a liar then. That's no problem at all. Yeah, we're calling you a liar, Francis, obviously, because you're lying. You see what I'm saying here? So Rachel then circled it and said, is your sister your wife? But Francis came back with the perfect response in true voice note style.
I do not have anything to explain, okay? That's my sister I'm talking about that Jack want to date with. I'm telling you, that is my sister that greets you that time we are on live, that I'm telling you about. But if you do not believe me, it's okay, because I do not have any explanation, okay? That's my sister, and that's how both of us used to call our love name, because she's my elder sister, okay? As I told you before, she is my second mom, so she deserves the name. Do you understand? She deserves the name, because if my mom passed away now, she is going to be my mom. So she's my second mom, and also she deserves the name because she supports me, and also she do everything for me that no one used to do for me. So she's my wife, okay?
Well, that's as clear as mud there, Francis. She is your sister, but she's going to become your mum when your mum passes away, so that means she's your wife. Is that right? Am I getting this right, Francis? Rachel called him out as well. Why would you call her your wife? That's incest. Absolutely, it is. Fucking hell. Their story just gets crazier and crazier, and they actually believe that we're going to believe these actual stories. It's unbelievable.
I asked you even a money to treat my mom and also to buy a laptop. You do not do like you care about me or something else, but you went to my page to go and screenshot what me and my sister are discussing in TikTok. That does not make sense. That does not show that you really care for me. You understand?
I think the point here, Francis, is that she doesn't really care for you, but she is interested in finding more out about you. She asked here, what is your sister's name? And you replied, in English, her name is Jessica, and her name in our own language is Kioma. Oh, sexy name, eh? However, that kind of contradicts what you already told me. You know, when I asked what her name was, you said Cynthia. Right? Do you remember when you said that? You remember her name was Cynthia? That's a little bit confusing for me, right? You know, I can't quite gather what is going on here. Now, speaking of Cynthia, or indeed Jessica, or whatever her name is, this is her, right? She is very, very beautiful. Don't you agree? You're very one lucky lad over there, Francis, I've got to say. Is she not enough for you that you needed some other random chick off the internet? Is that what it is now? Anyway, this is her account, right? Jessica, Cynthia, whatever your name is. This is her account on Instagram, on TikTok rather, AsaWizzy246. Oh, yes.
I'm telling you, that is my sister that greets you that time we are on live.
Well, if that is your sister, then who is this who claims to be Jessica's sister, right? Is this also your sister? Because according to this, it doesn't look like it when congratulating this random person off the internet for her birthday. It doesn't say that you are related to this person who is actually Jessica's sister. So presumably your own sister, right? And then that's not before we get to Jessica's mother, right? Who presumably is also your mother, right? Am I right? This would also be your mother. But when you talk about Jessica's mother, you just said you both look alike. That's a very, very weird thing to say about your own mother and sister, right? Not to mention that she has replied, thanks baby, which is weird to call your own flesh and blood. And then she put up this very lovey-dovey type TikTok on her own channel about you specifically, Francis.
I love you. You love me? Yes. So much? Yeah, very much. I love you shamelessly. What do you make me feel like me? So for me, where else would I rather be? If not with you, there is...
The lyrics seem to suggest a bit more going on, but then notwithstanding that, you've got her actually saying the words, I love you, right? I love you, Francis. I love you. Isn't that a very, very strange term to say about, you know, your brother, you know, including heart emojis and all sorts, right? It just seems weird. And then we have this on your own Instagram, or on your own TikTok rather, and it seems to say, happy birthday to the love of my life, more years like this to come. Mummy Moo. I don't understand what that means, to be honest with you. Mummy Moo. Anyway, yes, it is referring to your very, very lovely sister, I guess. The love of your life, obviously. And just to confirm, somebody in the comments there also saying happy birthday AsaWizzy, which is his sister wife, right? Just to make it absolutely clear. Now, speaking of this sister wife, or whatever you want to call her, she actually sent a voice note to Rachel just to clarify one or two things.
It's me, my sister. So I really want to tell you something. Meanwhile, I've been literally wanted to tell you this, but I've been typing, but I just say, okay, let me use voice notes. So next week, Thursday, is his birthday. He's going to be 26, but he doesn't have the funds to do it. So I'm just asking you that you should help. Any fund can be a really good amount to him. No worry, we are not pressurizing you. Don't get me wrong. Just anything can be a good help to him. Anything. So adding a year old is something very big. Meanwhile, last year he didn't celebrate it because there was no funds. But anything you just do can be a not. Anything, it doesn't have to be a big thing. I love you, sis. I really missed you. I really miss your beautiful face. So, happy new month. Which one is your wife? No, I'm his sister. Okay, the very first day we started making the chat, didn't you see when I asked you? Okay, should I make a video call? I'm not his wife. I'm still a girl. A teenager, by the way. So I can never be my brother, just that we rapport very well. Oh.
So after months of what has been pure and utter grooming of a girl trying to get money out of her for this, that and the other, and then proving that they were lying and scamming, the sister wife has actually messaged her asking for more money. These two must be the most stupid, ridiculously thick scammers I've ever come across. Right? And then Francis sent a message just to double up on the fact it's his birthday coming up, right? And he needs money. He needs a birthday cake, apparently. Rachel, I want to celebrate my birthday and also do a cake for myself, but I'm not with any money. Please do not look at it as if I'm begging you for money, but I need your help. Seriously, I will not lie to you. Will you lie to me though, Francis? Is that the question? You won't lie to Rachel, you will lie to me over and over and over again. Is that what it is? I thought we had a thing going on here. Anyway, you know, we could, if you hit me up, I could get, right, you know, I would like to take you out for dinner, right? Am I right? Are you up for that? Because I will buy you some sushi, right? Do you sell sushi in Nigeria? Anyway. So his sister wife then messaged Rachel and said, "Hello Rachel, how are you doing? I'm Francis's sister." Rachel says, "You mean his girlfriend, right?" And she replied, "No Rachel, I'm his senior sister, not his girlfriend, okay? I'm a lady like you, so I will not lie to you, dear." Oh, she's appealing, woman to woman, you know. Rachel, I want to ask you a question if you don't mind. Sure, why not? Go for it. Don't lie to me or pretend to tell me the truth. Do you love my brother Francis? Now, I don't know where to begin with that because she's never expressed any interest whatsoever. Anyway, sister wife goes on to say, "Rachel, I will tell you the truth. If you love my brother, I will advise you to go to him because he really cares for you so much. And also, he's always talking about you every single day, praying that one day you two are going to be together." Well, this will be a very interesting get together, I would say, right? Don't look or watch what your friends are going to talk about you. Just go for your heart, okay? He's a good person to be with as a partner. That's the reason I chatted you up this morning to tell you this. I have not chatted long to you, but I know you're a good person. So if you really like him and prove your worth for him, okay. Yeah, I don't think she's going to do that. She's never expressed any interest in that, okay? So this is the person that ironically, right, this is the person that messaged Rachel that day, right? Vanessa, the sister. Okay, so that's very, very confusing to me because previously he's said that his sister was called Jessica, wasn't it, right? Do you remember when he said it was Jessica or Kioma in their own language there? And previous to that, it was Cynthia. So it's now we have Cynthia, Jessica, or in fact Vanessa. Could be three different sisters, of course, but I don't think they actually are. Right, so this is Vanessa. So I put Vanessa into my own WhatsApp to check it out, to message her, but it says here this phone number is already in your contacts, and I thought that's weird. Who is that that's already in my contacts? I previously put this person in my contacts under the pseudonym Nigerian 002, right? Which is weird that I've already got this number in my phone because I've never contacted Vanessa or Jessica or Cynthia before in my life, so you know, it's a bit strange. Anyway, I passed the information back to Rachel. She looked up on her records and lo and behold, yes, in fact, this person, whoever this is, Vanessa, Cynthia, or indeed Jessica, had previously contacted her before, and it all becomes clear. Some random person had previously contacted her from Nigeria. If you remember, I showed you earlier on in the video from the US of A, but actually was proven to be from Nigeria, but they lied about it and blah blah blah. Somehow randomly got her number from somewhere, right? But it seems like this person, whoever this is, was actually one of them, right? So there you go. Rachel then messaged her and said, "You're not Francis's sister. You messaged me before saying this. You liar," because she is a liar. And then her lying excuse was unbelievable. "Yes, I said that to you so that you're not going to be upset that I chatted you up. I'm his sister, okay? You're a fellow woman like me, so I don't have any reason to lie to you, okay?" And Rachel said, "Hi, Francis," because in the all likelihood it is in fact Francis, and it's probably got nothing to do with any of these names that he's mentioning, right? So I then got onto Vanessa / Jessica / Cynthia, and I messaged her myself. I said, "Hey," and they said, "Who are you? Where are you from? And where did you get my number from?" I said, "I am a friend of Rachel's." Ooh. She said, "Any problem? Why are you disturbing me?" I thought that was quite an aggressive response, actually. The amount of times they've disturbed everybody else. "I would just like to see if your brother is a good or bad person," for Rachel. "What is your aim of chatting me up? I want to know." You message Rachel to see if she is good for your brother. So I am doing the same. You know, I feel like that's a, responsible thing to do, right? Make sure this Francis is in fact a good person. She replied, "Why are you chatting him up when you're not useful to him?" I said, "Why am I not useful to him?" I mean, that's a very weird turn of phrase. The fact that I'm not useful to him, right? I'm not saying that. Do you only talk to people who have of use to you? It seems a little bit of a using situation anyway. She said, "He needs your help, but you fail him. So why are you chatting me up when you fail Francis your promise?" Talking about that laptop, remember? I said, "How did I fail him? I offered him a laptop and he didn't want one." Because remember, I did offer him and he refused, right? "You didn't. Why can you fulfill your promise to someone? Why can't you fulfill your promise to someone?" I said I would buy him a laptop. Did he want a laptop? He failed his promise to me. All right? Wasn't the other way around. She said, "If you want me to be replying to your message, go now and chat him up and fulfill his promise." I'm not chatting him up. What the hell? He said he hates the gays. By the way, he actually does hate gay people, right? He thinks it's a sin. He hates gay people. He actually said this, right? Why can't you send him an Apple gift card if you're really to help him? I said, "Vanessa, please, I want to help. Right, I do want to help the situation, but they're not letting me help. This is the frustration, right? I've offered them so many times my help, and they keep throwing it back in my face. Frustrating, right? Okay, are you going to send him an Apple gift card if you really want us to be friends, and also if you want us to be chatting to each other?" Again, that's I find that's very horrible, Got to be friends. Got to send an Apple gift card. Bloody hell. So I said, "You only want to be friends if I send you a gift card?" With a crying emoji. Because I was upset. "No, to Francis, because he is my brother. I want you to send him a gift card. God damn it." Right? Pretty much. That's what he said. To buy a laptop you promised him. I said, "Vanessa, I have spoken to your sister." Right? Spoken to her sister. I hadn't really, right? Her sister is that one that she mentioned on TikTok. I haven't spoken. I don't know who that is, right? Could be some random. It's some random to me. She said, "Which sister are you talking about?" I said, "The sister who spoke to Rachel." And she said, "I'm Francis's sister, okay? I never said you weren't, did I? No, I didn't. I know you are his sister, but his other sister." She said, "Which other sister?" I thought you had two other sisters. Sorry, my mistake. So I cheekily sent her a screenshot of where he says that his sister's called Jessica, right? I thought, got you now, fucking hell, come on. but she has a reply for everything. Like, she is like on point with this whole Nigerian scamming nonsense. Right, she knows. Please, if you and Rachel don't believe me, don't try to chat me up again. I said, I didn't say I don't believe you. I do. I'm just saying that I spoke to someone who claims to be Francis's sister. That was his sister or not. I'm his sister. Any problem this you're asking? Please, I hate nonsense questions, okay? It's too much for her. It's clearly too much for her, right? But the piece de resistance with answers came. I said, you are Vanessa. Who is Jessica? She said, that's my nickname, okay? That's what my colleagues in school used to call me. Of course it is. My God, my bad. Of course, Vanessa, Jessica. It's got 2 S's in, at least, both of them, right? So it might be. It could be. Is it fun now? Unbelievable, this level of it's not even manipulation or deception at this point, is it? It's ridiculous. So in a longest of journeys, which lasted months, of this random Nigerian bloke trying to, well, not even woo a girl online, but just assume that she's going to be his wife and calling her his wife all over the internet, making up pictures, hanging picture frames of her on his wall, which is very, very weird, and then manipulating with fake motorcycle crashes and asking for gift cards for laptops and then gift cards for hospitals and then gift cards for his birthday, and speaking to a sister or another sister who's got 3 names but only has 2 names or 1 name, who knows. They have been trying it on, and they continue right to this very minute to try it on with anybody that moves. So Francis, I'm putting this to you right this very minute. You, my love, can be mine, right? And it's only going to cost you a £5 Apple gift card, all right? If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. It was a delight to bring to you and a hell of a one to put together. Please give it a thumbs up. Comment all of your thoughts about it down below. We hate scammers. We really, really do. These 2 were the dumbest scammers I've ever come across so far. If you want me to deal with more scammers in the future, let me know, because I love bringing these people down, honestly, and making them feel stupid, because that's what they are. These 2, I don't know if they're their real names, who knows, but they are all over the internet trying their best to scam the hell out of people. Please subscribe to the channel if you want more of these, and until next time, let's try and change this world together, because it's a shit place. Let's go.